Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL 518 Network bringing you another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1981 Pennant race is on the air. This is the last day before we start the final week of the season. Today's date is September 25th, 1981. We are at the Astrodome for a huge game in the National League West between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Houston Astros. Let's take a look at how the standings are shaping up. In the National League East, the Philadelphia Phillies have clinched a playoff berth. They are in the playoffs. Pittsburgh should follow very shortly. The Phillies, however, are a game and a half back of the Cardinals for the NL East lead. In the National League West, the Dodgers hold a 4-game lead on the Braves. The Astros are in third place, 6 back of the Dodgers, but they now have only a 2-game lead on the Cincinnati Reds. So every game for the Reds and the Astros are important here in the National League West. In the American League, right now, the American League East is the Red Sox, the Yankees, and the Tigers. I pretty much removed Cleveland from the standings. So pretty much these 3 teams are going to make it. Detroit is a lock for third. The question is who's going to be first between the Red Sox and the Yankees, who will have to play either a division series or a wild card series, depending how the rest here. But right now, truth be told, the Yankees or the Red Sox have 62 wins, and in the American League West, the White Sox and Rangers both have 52 wins. Neither of these teams are going to catch the second-place team here, so whoever does not win the American League East will be in a division series. They will probably not be playing a wild card series. In the American League West, the magic number for the A's to clinch the division is 2. Big logjam. White Sox, Rangers, Kansas City, and California. The Angels are still in it. They're only a game and a half back of Texas for third. 2.5 back of third, and Kansas City 1.5 back for third. And the White Sox and Rangers right now are tied. So who will be hosting a wild card series, or who will have to play a wild card playoff game as well? Anything can happen in 10-minute ticker, and of course, anything can happen on the board. We got a big important game tonight as the Dodgers come in first place. The Astros got to keep winning. Steeler fan BB and Woodman 564 join us here at the Astrodome. I'm sure Steeler fan has plenty of dome foam, for everybody tonight. The Dodgers historically won this game. Dodgers 3 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error. Houston, no runs, 4 hits, and 1 error. So the Dodgers won this game in real life. Doesn't mean anything to Inside Pitch. I think we're going to be in for a good one tonight. So let's get started. Let's get underway. Starting pitcher for the Houston Astros tonight was Vern Ruhle. 4 wins, 6 losses, a save, a 2.91 ERA. I always felt Ruhle was an underrated pitcher for the Astros. I thought that maybe he was pretty solid at many times. I never underestimated him as a pitcher. I think Ruhle was okay. And, Steeler fan says no dome foam for Reds fans. Oh, boy. Looks like we got a rivalry in the chat. Let's get started with the top of the first inning. The Dodgers and the Astros. Leading off for the Dodgers, second baseman Davey Lopes. 206 average, 5 homers, 17 RBIs in 81. We are using orange, white, and blue dice for the Astros. They are the home team. Fans here at the Astrodome know it's important. Astros looking for every win they can get. The Reds are 2 games back of them for third. What will happen? How will it go? Let's see how tonight's game goes. Underway. 1-1. That is a range play. Lopes will swing. 2-1. That's a fly ball to left field. That is it to Jose Cruz. Cruz's range is a 4. He will make the catch. Out number 1. So it's a fly out to left. One away, center fielder Kenny Landreau was up next. 251 average, 7 homers, and 41 RBIs. Ruhle, let's see what he's got. 5-6, that's a wild pitch, ball 1. 4-1, that's an error on a grounder. Landreau will swing, 6-5, and that's going to be a base hit to right field, a single for Landreau. Poole has an error, Terry Poole is there in right field. He has an error rating of a 0, so there's not going to be an error. So Landreau will hold at first with a single. Next up, left fielder Dusty Baker. 320 average, 9 homers, and 49 RBIs. Infielder double play depth. Landreau, good speed. That is a 7. He does not get the jump for the steal. Does Dusty Baker do a hit and run here? Let's see. Astrodome. +2 to strikeouts, -1 to walks, and -2 for homers. Do I do a hit and run here with Landreau? Ruhle only had 39 strikeouts, and with a +2, he does get. I'm going to do hit and run for the Dodgers. So Vern Ruhle will go ahead. Vern Ruhle will go. We'll see what happened here. We're going to do a hit and run. Ruhle, 6-3. That is a range play. Baker, 6-5. And that's gonna be a single past the shortstop, but it's a range play for Craig Reynolds. His range is a 4. But with the infield double play depth, his range is a 3. He will not get it. It will be a base hit for him. Baker slaps it past short. Landreau's base running rating is a 3, but on a hit and run, it becomes a 5. And the base hit past short will get him to third. So Baker hits a base hit on a hit and run attempt, and Landreau goes to third base, and the Dodgers are in business. First baseman Steve Garvey is up next, and he had 283 average, 10 homers, 64 RBIs in 81. The Astros are going to call the infield in. They don't want to get any runs right now. Strategy roll says a 15, nothing happening there. Ruhle already in a jam here on the top of the first. Ruhle with the pitch. 3-1, that is a blank. Garvey, 5-3, and that's going to be a fly ball to left field. Getting under that is Cruz. He makes the catch. It's out number 2. Garvey, a sacrifice fly rating of 1. He will not bring in Landreau that way. Landreau, a base running rating of 3. Cruz has a 0 arm. A 1-3 on the orange die. Landreau will score. 4 or 5 he holds. 6, there could be an out. It is a 2, and Landreau will take off, and he will come in to score. It is a sacrifice fly for Garvey. And the Dodgers take a quick 1-0 lead here in the top of the first. So a sacrifice fly to left. And, of course, Baker stays where he's at. 2 outs now. And the next batter is third baseman Pedro Guerrero, one of the original beast mode. I always thought this guy was pretty big. When I first looked at him. Guerrero, a 300 average, 12 homers, 48 RBIs. Is Baker going to do anything at first? No. Ruhle with the pitch. 3-4. That's a range play at the park. Astrodome says 3-2, and that's grounded at the plate. The catcher is Alan Ashby. His range is a 4, and he's got it. He finds it, turns around, and fires to first to get the out, and that will retire the side on a ground out at the plate. 1 run on 2 hits for the Dodgers. They strike first here in this game as we go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers is Burt Hooton. 11 wins, 6 losses, a 2.28 ERA. One of Hooton's better years he had in his career. A 2.28 ERA is excellent. Leading off for the Astros in the bottom of the first, right fielder Terry Poole, 251 average, 3 homers, and 28 RBIs. Yes, we lost Doug Jones and Bill Verdon. Yes, we did. I do know that. Hooton will make the pitch to Poole. 2-4. That's a strikeout. 6. He got him. Struck him out. Strikeout number 1 for Hooton. He had 74 of them in 81. Next up will be the second baseman, Phil Garner. Garner traded from the Pittsburgh Pirates to the Astros at the trade deadline. Garner, 248 average, a homer, and 26 RBIs. Hooton will make the pitch. 4-4. That's a blank. Scrap iron will swing 5-4, and he flies out the right. And that is 2 down. Center fielder Tony Scott is up next. 264 average, 4 homers, 39 RBIs that year. Hooton will make the pitch. 3-3. That's at the park. Astrodome says 4-4, and that's a ground ball to short. Bill Russell will be up with that one, and he will throw to first to retire the side. So 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. 1-0 Dodgers after 1. As G Puck joins us here at the Astrodome. Moving on to the top of the second. Leading off for LA will be Mike Scioscia. Scioscia, 276 average, 2 homers, 29 RBIs in 81. Ruhle will make the pitch. And 6-5, that's a home run chance. Scioscia lefty, a 1-2. The 15 is too high. Scioscia, 5-4, and he grounds it to second. Out number 1. As Vern Ruhle does not make a mistake there. Next batter is the right fielder, Ron Rennicky, a 234 average, no RBIs. Rennicky was a September call-up for the Dodgers that year. He is in right field tonight. Ruhle with the pitch. 2-2, that's at the park. Astrodome, 3-6, and that's going to be a base hit to center field, a possible double. It's a single plus. Rennicky rounding first, he'll try for second. Base running rating is a 3. Center fielder Scott has a +1 arm, so a 1-4. Rennicky will be safe. 5, he holds at first. 6, there could be an out. It is a 3. Rennicky slides into second with a double. So the single plus turns into a double for Ron Rennicky. And, of course, we'll hear his name as you move forward into the future. Rennicky, pretty solid player in his career, actually. So runner on second. That will bring up the shortstop, Bill Russell. 233 average, no homers, and 22 RBIs. So once again, the Dodgers have a man in scoring position. And they're already up 1-0 in the game. Let's see if anything happening with Rennicky. Does have a slight chance to steal. That one, though, well, he does get the jump, but I'm not going to send him. Ruhle will go ahead and make the pitch. 2-4 against a righty. That's going to be an automatic out, and it will be a fly out to left. Out number 2, and Rennicky will hold at second. A fly out to left is a -3 fly out modifier, what would make Rennicky's base running rating a 0. He will stay put. Stay put. Poot. Did I say stay put? That's funny. That will bring up the pitcher, Burt Hooton. He batted 190 as a hitter that year. Rennicky on at second. Nothing on the strat. Ruhle with the pitch. 1-4. That is a blank. Hooton will swing. 1-2. And Hooton gets a hold of one. And that's going to bounce off the left field wall. That is going to be a double for Burt Hooton. Rennicky coming around third. He will score. An RBI double for Burt Hooton, and it puts the Dodgers up now 2-0. Stadium and Section 1933 groan. An RBI double by Hooton As Ruhle made a good pitch, but Hooton put it out there. Now 2-0 Dodgers. Next batter is Lopes. Lopes is 0 for 1. Still 2 outs here, top of the second. And Hooton not doing anything at second base. Ruhle with the pitch. 3-5. That's a walk. That 5 will walk Lopes. And the Dodgers keep the inning alive. First walk issued by Ruhle. He had 19 of them that year. A chance now for Landreau to give the Dodgers more runs. Landreau 1 for 1, singled his first time up. Anything on the strat? Nope. Ruhle will make the pitch to Kenny Landreau. Runners at first and second. Dodgers already up 2-0. Ruhle 3-1. That is a blank. Landreau 4-6. And that's going to be a ground ball to second base. Phil Garner will grab it. He will toss it over to first. And that will end the inning. Dodgers get 1 run. Again, they get 1 run on 2 hits. An RBI single by Burt Hooton. In the days of the 80s and the 70s, when pitchers could actually hit. Or as I should say, they could still hit. We go to the bottom of the second. Reds fans in the chat who need Astro losses. Bottom of the second, leading off for the Astros, left fielder Jose Cruz. 267 average, 13 homers, 55 RBIs for the Astros in 81. Hooton off to a pretty good start. Now he's got a couple of runs to deal with. 4-6, that's at the park. Astrodome, 5-2, and that is going to be a ground ball to first base, out number 1. Grounder to first. Next batter is first baseman Denny Walling. 234 average, 5 homers, 23 RBIs. Hooton gets set to make the pitch. 2-5. That's an error on a throw. Walling, 6-3. And that is a ground ball to first. That's it to Garvey. Garvey's error rating is a 1. That's a 9. He won't make an error. Hooton comes over there, and Garvey just tosses it to him to get the out. 2 down. Two outs now, and the batter now is Art Howe. Howe was at third base tonight. 296 average, 3 homers, and 36 RBIs. Howe should make the Houston playoff roster. If, of course, Houston, even though on Houston still gets there. A Steeler fan always puts up the final statement I had for the Astros in the 85 World Series. Hooton with the pitch. 2-6. Hit by pitch. 20. No way. Howe. 4-3. And that is a ground ball to third base. That'll get picked up by Guerrero. He throws to first and retires aside. Another 1-2-3 inning by Hooton. And the Dodgers have a 2-0 lead after 2. Top of the third coming up. Leading off for the Dodgers will be Dusty Baker. Baker singled his first time up. Ruhle, see if he settled down. He was giving up 2 runs so far. Ruhle, 2-1, strikeout 4, and he got him. He will strike out Baker, and that is strikeout number 1 for Ruhle. He only had 39 of them that year. Not a hard thrower. Garvey is next. Garvey is 0 for 1. Ken Castro joins us here at the Astrodome. Ruhle with the pitch. 4-2, strikeout 10. He got him, struck him out. Garvey is an 8, but +2 is a 10. He got him on a called strike 3. Garvey does not like the call, and the umpire just looks at him and said, "Go sit your butt down." 2 away. A chance now for Guerrero. Guerrero is 0 for 2. I'm sorry, 0 for 1. Ruhle will make the pitch to Guerrero, and that is a 2-6. That's a blank. Guerrero, a 3-1, and Guerrero blasts one into center field, into the gap. That's going to go to the wall. Guerrero's going to wind up at second with a 2-out double. So Guerrero, very capable and very dangerous. Bleacher Bums Gaming, Anthony is with us here at the Astrodome. Say hello to Bleacher Bums Gaming, one of the best in the hobby, creator of possibly the greatest game of all time, Glory Days Boxing. And he's working on Glory Days College Football as well. And the man is the man as a guy with the plan. Say hello to that man. He is one of the reasons why I decided to do this kind of stuff. Guerrero on at second. The batter will be Socha. Socha is 0 for 1. There are 2 outs. And anything happening with Guerrero? No, he'll stay put. Ruhle will go ahead and make the pitch. And that's a 1-5. That is a blank. Socha swings 1-3, and that's a grounder down the line to first. That'll get taken care of by Walling. He'll tag the bag himself, and that will retire the side on a ground out to first. No runs, a hit for the Dodgers. They have a 2-0 lead here on the Astros. A very important game, as the Astros know they got to continue winning with the Reds breathing down their neck. And, of course, the Reds are playing the Braves in the 10-minute ticker tonight, at least one of those games. So we'll see what happens in the ticker. Bottom of the third, leading off for the Astros will be the catcher, Alan Ashby. 271 average, 4 homers, 33 RBIs. Hooton off to a good start. Pitch from Hooton, 1-5. That is a home run chance. Ashby, a switch hitter, hitting from the left side. A 1 is what he needs, and the 5 is too high. Ashby, 3-1, but he does get a base hit to right, so Ashby will pick up a single. A leadoff hit for him, and he will hold it first. Infield goes to double play depth. Shortstop, Craig Reynolds is up next. 260 average, 4 homers, 31 RBIs. Ashby, really not a threat to do anything, and that 17 agrees. I don't see Reynolds bunting here. I'll let him hit. Ashby at first. Hooton with the pitch. 3-3. That's at the park. Astrodome, 6-4, and that's going to be a fly ball to left field. Dusty will get over there and catch it for out number 1. One out, the batter will be the pitcher, Vern Ruhle. Ruhle was a pretty good hitter, 250 average for him, only 24 at bats, and I'm going to let him swing here. I think a bunt is kind of a waste. I'm going to let Ruhle swing. So Ashby's going to be at first. We'll see if anything happening on the strategy. Nope. Even though the bunt did come up, but I think with a 250 average, and he's got a lot of hits on the card, I'm going to let him swing here. Hooton with the pitch. 6-4. Nope, that's not going to help it, though. A 6-4 is a strikeout, and Ruhle on a 1. Yep, not even close. Strikeout number 2 for Hooton. And even if I did bunt, he would have been struck out on a 1 anyway. So 2 outs now, and here's Poole. Poole is 0 for 1. Jim Connell joins us here at the Astrodome. Nothing happening on the 16. Hooton will make the deal. 1-4. That's a strikeout. The 20 is high. Poole will swing. 3-4. And that is a fly ball to right field. That is a 5 against the righty. Poole will come through with a big-time double. But the question is, will it score Ashby? His base running rating is a 1, becomes a 2 with 2 outs. And that is a double to right field, -1. So it's down to a 1. The right fielder for the Dodgers is Rennicky, and he has a -2 arm. There is no way Ashby can score. He will hold it third. So the double does not bring in the run. And the Astros will need another hit, or something of that nature. So now runners at second and third with 2 outs. It will bring up Scrap Iron Garner, and Garner is 0 for 1. Looking on to see what they want to do here. Anything on the strat? That is a 4, no. Hooton in a bit of a jam here in the bottom of the third. Hooton will make the pitch. 4-5. That's a blank. He's not tired. Garner, 1-6. And that's a ball hit to left field. That is a 5. That'll do it. That's a base hit for Garner against the righty. Single for Garner. Ashby comes in to score. Poole's base running rating is a 5. With 2 outs becomes a 6. A single to right. A single to right plus 1 is a 7. Dodger Rennicky -2 arm is a 5. I actually have to throw here. On a 1 to 5, Poole will score. A 6er could be an out. It is a 2. Poole will come in and he will score. It's a big-time RBI, 2 RBI single by Garner, and this game is tied. Stadium and Section 1933 cheer. Yay! Two RBI single by Phil Garner gets the Astros on the board, tied at 2. Next batter is Scott. Scott is 0 for 1. Runner still at first. Anything happening on the strat? The 11 says no. Hooton will make the pitch. Hooton, 2-6. Hit by pitch, 4. No, that's just too high. Scott, 5-2. Against the righty. Base hit right past third for a single. Garner's base running rating is a 4. He will not make third base. He has to hold at second. The only way he would get there has to be on a 6. With 2 outs, his 3 becomes a 4, and he will hold at second. And Scott gets a hit now. Runners at first and second. The batter is Cruz. Cruz is 0 for 1. 2 outs now. Hooton in some trouble. Checking a strategy roll. Nothing there. Garner will stay at third. Hooton trying to get out of a little jam now as the Astros have tied this game up. Hooton, 5-1. Against the lefty, that's a walk, but that 17 is too high. Cruz, 3-3. That is a ball hit to center field. That is a 6 against the righty. Cruz comes through with a big-time double, and the Astros will take the lead. A double to center. Garner comes in to score. Let's see if Scott can come around. Scott is a base running rating of 4. With 2 outs becomes a 5. Becomes a 5. It is a double to center plus 1 is a 6. Center fielder Landro a -1 arm. I actually have to roll. A 1 to 5, Scott will score. A 6, he could be out. It is a 5, and he will come around, and he will score. 2 RBI double by Cruz. Astros now lead 4-2. Stadium and Section 1933 cheer. Yay! They go check on Hooton on the mound, see if he's all right. The Astros have put up a 4 spot here in the bottom of the third. And the batter will be Walling. Walling is 0 for 1. Dodger bullpen not getting ready yet. But now a 4-2 lead by the Astros with 2 outs. Walling is 0 for 1. Anything with Cruz? No, he'll stay put. Hooton with the pitch. 4-2. That's a wild pitch. The 17 is too high. Ball 1. Hooton will do it again. 1-1. That's a pitcher result. Walling a lefty. A 1 to 6 is an automatic out. The 9 is too high. Walling, 4-2. That's a ground out to short. That'll get taken care of by Russell. He throws to first, and that will retire the side. 4 runs on 5 hits for the Astros. They now lead 4-2 here after 3. Second lead change of the game. as Big Clue joins us here at the Astrodome. We go to the top of the fourth inning, 4-2 Astros. Rennicky leads off for the Dodgers. He got a leadoff double his first time up. Ruhle gets set and makes the pitch. 4-1. That's an error on a grounder. Rennicky, 2-1. And that's not going to be an error. That's going to be a slow roller to first base. That's picked up by Walling. Rennicky, pretty average speed. His base running rating is a 3. And he's out at first as he gets a great pickup. Walling throws to Ruhle and gets him at first. Out number 1. And that will be a ground out to first. One man down, and here is Russell. Russell is 0 for 1. Ruhle. Now he'll make the pitch. 2-2. That's at the park. Astrodome says 2-1, and that is a grounder to short. Out number 2. 2 outs. The batter is Hooton. The Dodgers will let him bat. Ruhle will make the pitch. Hooton is 1 for 1, doubled his first time up. 4-6 against a righty, though. That's going to be an automatic out. It's a fly ball to left field. Jose Cruz gets under it, puts it away for the out, and it's a 1-2-3 inning on the Dodgers. Nice job by Ruhle to not give any runs back. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Next batter, leading off for the Astros, will be HOU. HOU is 0 for 1. 4-2 Astros. Hooton has to have a better inning now after giving up a 4 spot in the third, actually. Hooton 5-2, that is a blank. HOU 6-1, and that is a fly ball to center field. Landreau will get to it, and that's out number 1. One man down. The next batter is Ashby. Ashby got a base hit his first time up. He's 1 for 1. He pretty much started off that third inning. Astrodome, getting crowd here at the Astrodome, now enjoying the game. Hooton with the pitch. 2-2. That is a blank. Ashby 3-4. That's grounded to short. Russell will throw it over to first for the second out. Two outs. Here's Reynolds. Reynolds is 0 for 1. Hooton looking on. He makes the pitch. 5-2. That is a blank. Reynolds 2-4. A fly ball center field. Kenny Landreau has all day out there, and he scoops it, puts out the glove, and it goes right in there. And it's a fly out to center. And 1-2-3 go the Astros. So Hooton calms down after that third inning. But it's still 4-2 in favor of Houston after 4. Anything can happen in 10-minute ticker. The Astros want to win, and then we see what the Reds will do in the ticker. We go to the top of the fifth. Davey Lopes leads off for the Dodgers. He's 0 for 1. He walked his last time up. Ruhle settles in, makes the pitch. That's a 4-6 against a righty. It's an automatic out, and it will be a ground out to short. Out number 1. I mean, you got 2 pitchers here with ERAs under 3. Ruhle with a 291 and Hooton with a 228. So I was actually expecting, I mean, there's already 6 runs in this game, so that tells me that's not a pitcher's duel. But so far, anything can happen here. Here's Landreau. Landreau is 1 for 2. He has a single in the game. Ruhle will deal with it. 4-6. And now against the lefty, though, that's a blank. Landreau, 6-3. And that is a ground ball to short as well. Reynolds will get it, and he will toss it to first for the out. 2 men down. The batter will be Baker. Baker is 1 for 2. Ruhle settles in, makes the pitch. 5-6. That's a wild pitch. Ball 1. Ruhle again. 6-3. That's a range play. Baker, 6-3. That's a ground ball to short. That's hit to Reynolds. Reynolds' range is a 4, and he won't get it. That's going to get by him, squeak by him, actually, and that's going to be a base hit. Reynolds just out of his reach with a 5, and Baker will hold at first to keep the inning alive. A chance now for Garvey. Garvey is 0 for 2, but he does have a sacrifice fly. Baker, not much of a stealing threat, not doing anything there. Ruhle will pitch to Garvey. Pitch on the way. 6-2. That is a blank. Garvey will swing. 4-4. Base hit left field. Garvey hits a single to left. Baker's base running rating is a 3. With 2 outs becomes a 4. Single to left -2 is a 2. Left fielder cruises a 0. A 1-2. Baker will get the third. A 3, 4, or 5. He holds at second. A 6 or could be an out. That is a 2. He will make it to third. And Garvey holds it first. And now the Dodgers trying to threaten here. And that's not a bad thing. You got runners at first and third for Pedro Guerrero. Guerrero doubled his last time up. He is 1 for 2. Guerrero hoping here he can come through with a big hit. Checking a strat. That is a 1. I'm not going to send Garvey, and Baker's not stealing, so it'll be up to Guerrero. 2 outs, top of the 5th, 4-2. Ruhle will make the pitch. That's a 3-5. It's a walk. That 15 is going to be too high. Guerrero will swing. 5-5, and it's a ground ball to second base. Up with it is Garner. He has it and throws to first to retire the side. No runs, 2 hits for the Dodgers as they can't get anybody in on that one. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Leading off for the Astros will be Vern Ruhle. Ruhle is 0 for 1, and he will bat. Hooton will make the pitch. 2-3, and that's a range play at the park. Astrodome 4-5. That's a fly ball to right field. That's hit to Rennicky. Rennicky's range is a 3, and he's got it with a 1. Out number 1. Oh, Ruhle thought he might have gotten a hit there, but Rennicky on his high horse, he had plenty of room, though, and that's out number 1. Here's Poole. Poole is 1 for 2, doubled his last time up. Hooton will deal, and 3-2, that is a blank. Poole, 4-5, and that's grounded right back to Hooton. He'll underhand it to first for the second out. 2 outs, and here comes Garner. Garner is 1 for 2. He singled his last time up. Garner had a big 2 RBI single, which tied up the game at 2. Hooton will pitch to him. And 6-5. That's a strikeout. The 10. Nope, that's too high. Garner will swing. 1-1. And it's a fly ball to right field. Rennicky will get to that one without any trouble. And he will put it away for the out. And side retired, by the way. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. Still 4-2 in favor of Houston. Top of inning number 6. Mike Scioscia leads off for the Dodgers. He is 0 for 2. Ruhle, let's see how many batters he can face before tiring. He can face 2 more before he gets tired. Ruhle will pitch. 1-6, that's a pitcher result. Scioscia lefty, a 1-18 is a single right back to the box. The 7 is good, and Scioscia leads off the inning with a base hit. Leadoff single for him, and now we'll see Rennicky. Rennicky got a double in the game. He is 1 for 2. Scioscia not really a stealing threat. Double play depth is called. Nothing on the strategy roll. Rennicky is not going to bunt. You're down by 2, not 1. Ruhle will make the pitch to Rennicky. And that's a 4-2. Strikeout 20, not a chance. Rennicky, 4-1. Base hit right past second. That's a single for Rennicky. Socha's base running rating is a 1, though. He will not make third. He has to hold at second, as Socha is mud on the bases. Two straight base hits given up by Ruhle. The batter is Bill Russell, and Ruhle is now tired. And I think I got to take him out. I think I have to take him out, because a single one on him will go ahead and bring in a run. I don't think I let Ruhle pitch here. I think he comes out. Vern Ruhle's going to come out of the game. That'll be it for him. He pitched pretty well, actually. Only gave up the 2 runs, but the 2 runners are connected to him. We will see a pinch hitter. It will probably be a righty. And it is not ready for a save situation yet. So they're going to go with LaCourte. Coming on to pitch for the Astros will be Frank LaCourte. 4 wins, 2 losses, 5 saves, a 3.64 ERA. LaCourte will do the pitching now for the Astros. So here's Frank LaCourte. Bill Russell ready to go. Still nobody out. Top of the 6th. Dodgers are threatening. Checking a strategy roll. Nothing happening. LaCourte, he'll make the pitch. 1-6, that's a strikeout. 10, that's too high. Russell, 2-6, and that's going to be a fly ball to left field. Getting under that is going to be Cruz. He will make the catch, out number 1. Socha not going anywhere. He stays right where he's at. On a fly out to left. Burt Hooton is now up next to deal, and they're going to pull him as well. So that's it for Burt Hooton, as the Dodgers will bring on a pinch hitter. So let's see who they're going to go with. You got a righty on the mound, so either a switch or lefty, and it is going to be switch hitter. Still have to go with the most at-bats in the situation. Daryl Thomas will pinch hit for Burt Hooton, a 248 average, 4 homers, 24 RBIs. He'll go up against LaCourte. 1 out, infield a double play depth. Dodgers threatening, but the Astros trying to get out of the jam. Nothing happening on the strat. LaCourte ready to deal. Pitch coming. 3-5, strikeout 6, and he got him. Struck him out. LaCourte comes in and gives up and gets 2 big outs right there. 2 men down. And now here's Lopes. Lopes is 0 for 2. Even though the Dodgers, remember the Dodgers still have a 4-game lead on the Braves. They've not clinched anything by any margin right now. The Dodgers are looking to win the National League West. Astros right now trying to stay in the playoff, in the top 3, which will get you in the playoffs. LaCourte, let's see if anything happening on the bases. No. LaCourte with the pitch. 4-2, strikeout 9. He got him. What a job by Frank LaCourte. He struck him out. LaCourte comes in and gets 3 quick outs and strikes out 2 batters. Side retired. Wow, that's gonna leave a mark. No runs, 2 hits. The Dodgers cannot do anything as LaCourte comes in and gets it done. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Nice job by Frank LaCourte. Tony Scott leads off for the Astros. He is 1 for 2. Switch left. I think the Dodgers will go with a lefty here. Not a save situation, so they will go with Coming on to pitch for the Dodgers will be Terry Forster. No wins, a loss, no saves, a 4.11 ERA. Forster, a lefty, will be the second Dodger pitcher. Tony Scott will lead it off. Bottom of the sixth, 4-2 Astros. The Dodgers historically won this game 3-0. Shut them out. Forster, 3-2. Hit by pitch, 9, no. Scott, 2-3. Base hit right past third. That's a single for Scott, and he will wind up on first. Second hit of the game for Tony Scott. Next up is Cruz. Cruz is 1 for 2. He has a double. Infield, a double play depth. Scott does have stealing ability. That is a 9. He doesn't get it. And no hit and run. So Cruz will hit normally. Forster with the pitch. 5-2. Home run chance against the lefty. A 1-7 for Forster. The 12 is too high. Cruz, 4-3, and Cruz belts it, a fly ball deep to right, but it won't get out of here by any means. Rennicky has plenty of room, and that's out number 1. Cruz knows he probably should have had a better chance at that one. It wasn't a mistake by Forster, though. Here's Walling. Walling is 0 for 2. Scott's still on first. That is a 1. He does get the jump now. Let's see. 13 plus 1 is 14. Sosa a 0. A 70% chance for Scott to steal. You're up by 2 runs. Do you steal here? Do you let Walling swing? If I was up by 1 run, I'd send him. 2 runs, I'm going to let Walling. Hit. I'm going to call off that steal. A 70% chance. You guys know how the D20 reacts when I got a big chance to steal. It doesn't always wind up good. So Forster will pitch. 2-3. That's blank. Walling. 4-6. And that's going to be a fly out to left. Getting under that is Baker for the second out. Two outs now for HOU. HOU is 0 for 2. Scott does not get the jump this time. He will stay put. Forster trying to get the job done. Pitch from Forster. 4-3. Base hit right up the middle. Single. That is a base hit there. Single 1. Scott's base running rating is a 5, and he will make third. HOU goes to first. And runners at the corners with 2 outs. As the very lovely Lena Young joins us here at the Astrodome. As she says, baseball thrill, cheers and groans, and an occasional barf enthusiast have spoken. I don't know where she lives or anything like that, but it's good to have you here, Miss Lena. I guess we got a really good baseball fan here. Runners at the corner. 4-2, a chance here for Alan Ashby now. Ashby is 1 for 2. 2 outs. Forster gets set and makes the pitch here. We'll check the strategy roll first. That's 16, no play. Forster trying to get out the jam. 1-5, that's a range play at the park. Astrodome, 2-6. It's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Guerrero. His range is a 3, and he will not get it, and that's going to get by him, and that's going to be a double down the line for Ashby. Scott will come in to score. HOU will hold it third. Ashby holds it second, and it's 5-2 Astros. Stadium and Section 1933 cheer. Yay! Ashby hits it right past Guerrero, who couldn't make it, and that was down the line. And now the batter is Reynolds, with still 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Checking the strat still, no play. Forster Runners at second and third, not getting any help. But from Forster, 4-5. That's a wild pitch, 15. It could be a pass ball. Socha's pass ball rating is a 4, and he makes the play. Ball 1. Oh, Forster made a good pitch, but Socha makes the block, and that was a heck of a play by Socha. That would have brought in a run. We'll do it again. Forster, 5-4. That's a walk plus. That 17 is not going to walk Reynolds. He becomes a 16, but -1 is a 15. He doesn't walk. Reynolds swings instead, 6-1, and that's a ground ball to first. Garvey will take it, and he will take it himself to the bag, and that will retire the side. 1 run for the Astros on 3 hits. After 6, it is 5-2 in favor of the Astros. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Leading off for the Dodgers will be Kenny Landreau. Let's see, left, right. LaCourte has actually got 2 batters left he can face before retiring. He will stay in there. Landreau is 1 for 3. 5-2 Astros. LaCourte with the pitch. 3-1. That's a blank. He is not tired. Landreau, 4-6, and that's a fly ball to left field. Cruz has all the room he needs. Out number 1. 1 man down, and here is Baker. Baker 2 for 3. He's got 2 singles. LaCourte settles in. 2-1 against the righty. That's a walk. That 9 will walk Baker. That will be a walk. He will walk him, and he'll go to first. So a walk given up by LaCourte puts Baker on first. The batter is now Garvey. LaCourte is now tired. And let's see. Do I want LaCourte to continue to pitch, or do I bring in a reliever? What are we in the 7th inning? Let's see who I like if I want to do that. Yeah, I think we will. Well, he also leads off the inning too. LaCourte is going to stay out there for at least Garvey, and we'll see what happens. A single 1 will not score Baker. So Frank LaCourte is tired as Zalapsky Smurf joins us here at the Astrodome. LaCourte is now tired. He will pitch to Garvey. Infield is a double play depth. Checking strategy roll. 2. Baker does get the jump, and I'm not sending him. Garvey will swing. LaCourte, 5-6. That's a walk plus. That 17 will not walk Garvey. It's too high. Garvey will swing. 6-3, and that's going to be a fly ball to right field, and Terry Poole will make the catch for the second out. 2 down. And now here's Guerrero. Guerrero is 1 for 3. Anything on the strategy roll? Baker again gets the jump, but he will not go. LaCourte will stay out there. He'll pitch to Guerrero. Sean 1113 joins us here at the Astrodome. LaCourte will now pitch. And it's a 1-1. Strikeout 18. That's too high. Guerrero 1-4, and it's a ball hit to center field. That is a 3 against the righty. Guerrero comes through with a big-time triple. He only has a small number against righties, but that 3 is good. It's a triple for Guerrero. As that rattles around on the wall out there. Coming around from first, he will score, will be Dusty Baker. Guerrero gets a nice triple. It's 5-3. Still, the Dodgers are down by 2, but a big hit by Guerrero. And now the batter is Socha, and that will be it for LaCourte. They will take him out. The Astros will go to the bullpen. And let's see what we're going to do here. We got a lefty and a switch coming up. They only have one lefty, and I really don't want to use him yet. He's more of a closer in the situation, and I cannot do a double switch. I only do double switches in the 8th or later. So I'm going to have to go with a righty in this case, and it's going to be Billy Smith. So coming on to pitch for the Astros will be Billy L. Smith. 1 win, 1 loss, a save, a 3.05 ERA. The pitcher spot is due to lead off the 7th inning, so it kind of makes sense. And no Mark Lemongello, you bum, BB. Lemongello. Billy L. Smith will pitch to Socha. 2 outs, the infield is back. It's now 5-3. Smith's job to try to get 1 out. Checking a strategy roll. That is an 8. Nothing happening. Smith will go ahead and make a big pitch. 4-4. That's an error on a grounder. Socha. 2-4. That's a ground ball back to Smith. But Smith does not have an error rating. It's a 0. He will get it, and he'll throw to first on the comebacker to retire the side. 1 run on 1 hit for the Dodgers. They do get closer. It's now 5-3. And we are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I will be right back. Don't forget, we've got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Some very important die rolls will be coming up. Our next telecast will be tomorrow night. It will be September 27th. Starting tomorrow night, and 27th is the beginning of the final week, which means now it'll be 1 game per 1 day of baseball. The final week, we always do 1 per 1 instead of 1 per 3 or 1 per 2. And we got a big one in Atlanta. We're going to stay in the National League for another day. And it's a big game up there as the Cincinnati Reds will take on the Atlanta Braves. Tom Seaver will go for the Reds. Gaylord Perry will go for the Braves. What a great pitching matchup. Seaver, Perry, what a way to get there to begin the final week of the regular season. That will be September 27th. Cincinnati and the Braves. Seaver and Perry. That's tomorrow night. Please don't miss that one. And for those of you wondering, on Thanksgiving Day, there will not be a game streamed. That's a day for you guys and for your families. I will not be streaming on Thanksgiving night. Pray for rain rest of the season. So there will be no game on Thanksgiving night. I will not stream. I will return on Friday, okay, after Wednesday's game, after tomorrow night's game. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Billy Smith, due to lead off, he will not. And the Dodgers are going to go ahead and bring back Terry Forster. He will not pitch. The Dodgers will go to the bullpen as well. And I think we're going to see a lefty for the Dodgers here. if they can do a lefty. No, they can't. It's not a safe situation. I don't want to bring him in yet. So the Dodgers still have issues with some of their bullpen. Coming on the pitch for the Dodgers will be Robert Castillo. 2 wins, 4 losses, 5 saves, a 5.33 ERA. Castillo will come on and pitch for the Dodgers. We will see a pinch hitter for the Astros, and that is going to be Danny Heap. 250 average, no homers, 11 RBIs. So Danny Heap will go up against Castillo here to start the bottom of the 7th. Danny Heap, of course, a member of the 1986 World Champion Mets. Castillo will make the pitch. 6-4, hit by pitch, 8, no way. Heap, 6-5, and that's going to be a ground out to short, out number 1. One down, and here comes Poole. Poole is 1 for 3. He has a double in the game. Castillo making the pitch. 3-1. That's a range play. Poole, 4-3. That's a fly ball to right field. That's hit to Rennicky. Rennicky's range is a 3. That's a 5. He won't get it, and that's going to drop for a double for Terry Poole. Poole rounding first. He will slide into second with a 1-out double. The Astros are getting the breaks in this one. And now here is Garner. Garner 1 for 3. Infield is still back. Castillo looking on, ready to make a pitch. And I'm still rolling strategy roll. That is a 2. Poole actually has the steal attempt. Do I want to send him? Let me see. 17 minus 1 is 16. Sosa is a 0. Nah, I'll let Garner swing. You're up by 2. Castillo will go ahead and make the pitch to Garner. 5-4. That's a wild pitch. The 13 is ball 1. Castillo, 5-4. Again, the 16 is ball 2. 2-5. And this time it's a range play at the park. Astrodome says 5-5. That's a ball hit to left field. That is a 2, and that is a triple, but it's a range play to left. This is a big play for Dusty Baker. His range is a 3. If it's a 3, he takes a triple away from Garner. It's a 4. No, it will drop out of his range, and it's going to be a triple for Phil Garner. Poole comes in, he scores. 6-3 Astros. Stadium and Section 1933 cheer. Yay! 6-3, an RBI triple by Garner. And the batter now is Scott. Scott having a good night. He's 2 for 3. And Castillo will pitch to Scott. The infield is in. The Dodgers don't want any more runs to get here as BB goes barf. Blech. Garner on at third. Castillo looking to make a pitch here. Strategy roll still on. That is a 1. Garner not doing anything. He can't steal home on that. Castillo will pitch. 5-6. Strikeout 19. No way. Scott. 3-6. And Scott blasts one into left field. That's going to rattle around. Scott has himself a double. And Garner comes in to score. It's 7-3 Astros. Stadium and Section 1933 cheer. Yay! Astros now have a 7-3 lead on the Dodgers. Scott holds it second. The batter is Cruz, and that's going to be it for Castillo, as the Dodgers will take him out as he was completely ineffective. They'll bring in coming on to pitch for the Dodgers is going to be Dave Stewart. 4 wins, 3 losses, 6 saves, a 2.49 ERA. Stewart will be the fourth Dodger pitcher. 7-3 Astros. Stewart now pitching. Scott on at second. Stewart's only going to be in there for about 3 batters because they're not going to let him, because he's due to bat third, and there is still 1 out. Infield is back, and strategy rolls are now off. Stewart with the pitch. 6-3 against the lefty. That's a blank. Cruz 6-3. That's a ground ball to second base. Lopes has got it. Throws to first for out number 2, and Scott will go to third. 2 outs now for Denny Walling. Walling is 0 for 3. Him and Reynolds are the only 2 Astro pitchers who have not gotten a hit. Stewart will make the pitch. 2-3. Wild pitch. 3. Yes, it's a wild pitch. Stewart goes ahead and throws it away back to the backstop. Scott will come in. He will score. 8-3 Astros. And the Dodgers are just coming apart at the seams. Stadium and Section 1933 cheer. Yay! Reds fans in the chat, barf. Blech. Holy cow. Dodger bullpen comes up here, gives up 3 runs here in the bottom of the 7th. It's now 8-3 Astros, and Walling still at the plate. Lena Young. Stewart will make the pitch. Stewart 1-4. That's a home run chance. Walling a lefty, a 1-14. The 19 is too high. Walling will back though, 4-2, and he grounds it to short. Russell will get it. He throws to first to retire the side. 3 runs on 3 hits, 2 doubles, a triple, and a wild pitch. And after 7, it is 8-3 in favor of the Astros. Barfing at Dodgers pitching today. As the next season, according to what I've been told, as a next season big clue, from what I've been told so far, of course, 2021 he's working on now. I believe 1963 is next. That would be an awesome season if you're a Sandy Koufax fan. That was maybe his, a lot of people say 65 might have been his best year, but in 1963, Koufax went 25-5. So, you know, if you're a Dodger fan, that's a great season to play, 1963. A lot of people say, you know, they understand how Sandy Koufax won 25 games. They don't know how he lost 5. We go to the top of the 8th. Ron Rennicky is supposed to lead off for the Dodgers. And let's see here. Pitching for the Astros. They have a 5-run lead here. Switch, right, and a pinch hitter. Let's see here. What do I want to do? I'll see based on the follower. I think I'm going to can I bring in a lefty now if I'm the Astros? Yeah, I think I do now. Coming on to pitch for the Astros is going to be Joe Sambito. 5 wins, 5 losses, 10 saves, a 1.84 ERA. Sambito, he can pitch to 5 batters before tiring, so we'll see how long he can go. Ron Rennicky due to lead off, and you're down 8-3. I think you're 5 runs down. I think you just let it go here. Yes, Koufax is the greatest lefty. Koufax is the greatest lefty in baseball history. There's no doubt. Greatest left-hander in baseball history. Absolutely. Sandy Koufax. Absolutely. I don't want to hear about Warren Spahn or even Clayton Kershaw. Although if you want to say Clayton Kershaw is the second best lefty in baseball history or the third, I have no issue with that. But you're not replacing Koufax. The most dominant left-hander in baseball history I ever saw was Randy Johnson. Good luck. Sambito will pitch to Rennicky. 1-5, strikeout 9 or 11. That's right on a 9 or 11. It doesn't matter. It struck him out anyway. Struck him out. Strikeout by Zambito, out number 1. He had 41. Lefty Grove in his 90. You can't compare Lefty Grove, really, because Lefty Grove pitched in the dead ball era. He pitched in the dead ball era. You can't really compare a little bit back then. Let's put it this way. There were only 2 pitchers in baseball history have over 300 wins, 3,000 strikeouts, and an ERA under 3. Okay? Walter Johnson and Tom Seaver. Walter Johnson pitched during the dead ball era. Okay? Tom Seaver didn't have that luxury. I sometimes wonder maybe Seaver may even be better than Johnson because Seaver pitched in that time. And no, Bob B. Jerry Kuzman was not the best lefty. I love you anyway. Bob B. joins us here at the Astrodome. Here's Bill Russell. Russell is 0 for 3. Zambito, 2-4. Strikeout 17. That's too high. Russell, 6-6. Base hit for center field for Russell. And he will get a single and head to first. Base hit for Russell. We'll see a pinch hitter for Stewart. The Dodgers will go to the bench. And let's see who they're going to bring on to bat. And it is still the 8th inning, so let's see. It's going to be this guy. Coming on to bat for the Dodgers is going to be Steve Sax. There's a blast from the past. Steve Sax, a 277 average, 2 homers, 9 RBIs. Steve Sax replaced Davey Lopes at second base. And although Sax really wasn't that spectacular a hitter, he was a hell of a fielder. Steve Sax, a young Sax here in 1981. Russell on at first. Zambito will pitch. 6-2. Strikeout 1, and he got him. Struck out Sax, and that's out number 2. 2 down. And now we'll see Lopes. Lopes is 0 for 3. Don Hahn, best position. Walter Johnson probably threw about 85 or so. Yeah. No kidding there, guys. Harold Baines is the best positioner. Oh, you be quiet. Russell on it first. Zambito will pitch to Lopes. Zambito, 3-5. That's an automatic out. He gets it done. Ground ball to short, taken care of there by Reynolds. And he throws to second to get Russell and retires aside. No runs, a hit for the Dodgers. As we go to the bottom of the 8th, it is 8-3 in favor of the Astros. Leading off for the Astros will be Art Howe. He will bat right switch left. And I think we're going to see a righty here for the Dodgers. I think we'll see a right-handed pitcher for the Dodgers. Coming on to pitch for the Dodgers is going to be Dave Goltz. 2 wins, 7 losses, a save, a 4.09 ERA. I got to be honest with you. This Dodger bullpen is average at best. How they actually won the series in 81 sometimes, I really don't understand it. I guess the Dodgers got hot at the right time in 81 during the playoffs. Goltz will pitch. 6-3, that is a blank. Howe, 5-5, and that is a ground out to third, out number 1. Howe is now 1 for 4 for the night. Here's Ashby. Ashby is 2 for 3, a single and a double. Koufax is lucky Baines wasn't an LHB left-handed batter. Goltz will make the pitch. 2-6, strikeout 5. He got him. Struck out Ashby. And that's the second out. And now coming up next is Reynolds. Reynolds is 0 for 3. He has to get on the hit parade. Yeah, exactly. Sacks number 2, second baseman in the National League. I have no problem. You want to say it was a best second base behind Sandberg? I have no issue with that. I don't know if it's right behind Sandberg, but I'll put him in the top 5. I have no problem putting Sacks in the top 5 second baseman of the 80s. Goltz with the pitch. 3-2. That is a blank. Reynolds gets the swing. 1-1. And Reynolds gets a hold of one. And he hits into the deep part of the dome. That's going to bounce off the wall. Reynolds heading for third. Slide safe. Triple for Craig Reynolds. Reynolds joins the hit parade with a 2-out triple. He goes to third. So Reynolds on at third, and now we'll see a pinch hitter for Joe Sambito. Even though it's 8-3, but you want to try to get as many runs as possible. The Dodgers are explosive. It can be anybody. Well, no, it's the 8th inning. Starts to be most at bats, and it's going to bat will be Harry Spillman. It's the 8th inning, not the 9th. It has to still be most at bats. Harry Spillman will go up against Goltz. Spillman a 241 average and 4 RBIs that year. 2 outs, runner on third. Goltz trying to keep it 8-3. Pitch from Goltz. 2-4. That's a range play. Spillman 4-5. That's a ground ball to first. That ball is hit to Garvey. His range is a 4. He can't get it. It's going to get by him. And that's going to be a single for Spillman. Pinch hit RBI single. Reynolds scores 9-3 Astros. Stadium and Section 1933 cheer. Yay! 9-3 Astros lead, and the batter is Poole. In a game historically where the Dodgers shut out the Astros 3-0 in this game, the Astros are putting on a clinic here. Goltz will pitch to Poole. Poole having a good night, 2 for 4. He's got 2 doubles. Goltz will make the pitch. 5-1, that's a blank. Poole swings. 6-4, and that's a fly ball to right. Rennicky will get to that one. He will make the catch and retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits for the Astros, and they have a 9-3 lead after 8. But will we see some 9th inning magic? I know Steeler fan definitely wants to see some 9th inning magic. I know he wants to see the Dodgers get 6 or 7 runs here on the top of the 9th. It has been known to happen. So I know Steeler fan definitely wants 9th inning magic. Absolutely. Top of the 9th inning, Ken Landreau leads off for the Dodgers. The Astros are not going to they're not going to play around. They will bring in Dave Smith to close it. 5 wins, 3 losses, 8 saves, a 2.76 ERA. Here is Dave Smith against Ken Landreau to lead off the top of the 9th. Yes, we know Steeler fan definitely wants 9th inning magic. He definitely wants it there. No magic. Smith will pitch to Landreau. 1-2, strikeout 19. That's too high. Landreau 5-4, fly ball to left field. Cruz has got plenty of room out there. Makes the catch, out number 1. 1 out. The next batter is Baker. Baker is 2 for 3, 2 singles and a walk. Smith trying to close this game 9-3. Pitch 1-5, strikeout 20, no way. Baker 5-6, and that's a ground ball to third. Up with it will be HOU. He throws to first, out number 2. And now Garvey is the last chance. Garvey is 1 for 4. Dodgers jumped out to a 2-0 lead, and then Houston took it from there. Smith will make the pitch. 1-4. That's a possible error. Garvey swings. 5-3. That's a fly ball to left field. That is hit to Tony Scott. His error rating is a 2. That's a 3. He won't make an error. He gets over there. Takes 2 steps backward. Puts out his glove. Blop. And the ball falls into it. That's your game. The Astros win it tonight over the Dodgers, 9-3, and that is a big win for Houston. Stadium and Section 1933, cheers. Yay! Final line score coming up, a big win for the Astros. On a 1-2-3 inning. Final line score coming up. What did you not expect? For the Astros, 9 runs on 13 hits and no errors. For the Dodgers, 3 runs on 11 hits and no errors. Vern Ruhle does get the win. Burt Hooton takes the loss. There is no save in the game. A big win for the Astros. Now we see if the Reds can stay with them as they got 2 games to play here in 10-minute ticker. Don't go away. That is coming right up. Harry Spillman bobblehead day at the Astrodome. Bob B, I love you, but you're crazy. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball of Replay Sports. One of my commenters actually asked me exactly how the 10-minute ticker works. On this, the one thing I like about FastScore Baseball is that everything is already out here. The only thing he did not do was put in the home field advantage. Okay, big deal. I'm not worried about it. But this is how the 10-minute ticker works. 2 teams are playing against each other. So here you have the Dodgers and the Astros. Let's see here the game I played here. In this area here, this is the number that the Dodgers will use against the Astros that they used here. Now, just for kicks and giggles, what you do is you roll 2 dice. I use the red for the visiting team and blue for the home team. You then check this chart. And this chart is specifically designed for 1981. Every season has a chart, but every chart is different. Okay? So in this case here, the Dodgers and the Astros, the Dodgers roll on a 7. So I roll, you can do it, you can roll it 2 dice at one time or 4 dice at one time. I now roll it 4 dice, it's a lot faster. So let's just, for the sake of argument, let's play this game how the 10-minute ticker would have done it. For the Dodgers, they have a 7. And the roll I have for the Dodgers in red is 46. So then you come to the rating, which is here, a 7 rating, and you go to 46 here, and 46 is a 4. So the Dodgers would have gotten 4 runs in this game. I then take a look at the Astros. The Astros rolled a 61, and their rating was a 2. So we go to 2. A 61, they still would have won the game in 10-minute ticker. A 61, they still would have won it because they go to 61, and that is a 5. So even if we did this in ticker, the Astros still would have won the game, although not by the 9-3 score that we had. So that is how you do FastScore Baseball, if anybody wants to know how that works. And it is a great deal to get. It's a great background baseball creator, for background games if you don't want to use PC and all that stuff. Okay. The reason why I didn't want to use PC, glitches, cheated, gamey AI, I didn't want it. And we actually come pretty close. I mean, yeah, you're going to get a few surprises here, which is fine. You don't want it to go exactly the way it did. If you did, why even roll? So now we go to September 25th, and the Astros win it. Let's start with Cleveland at Boston. The Indians are pretty much out of it, but Boston's still trying to win the division. Boston, let's see, Cleveland 12-13, and that is 1. Boston 24-44, and that is 7. The Red Sox beat the Indians. The Indians have just fallen apart. Toronto at California. Toronto 8-35, and that is 3. California 13-32, and that is 4. That's a win for the Angels. The Angels needed that game more than the Blue Jays did. Milwaukee at Detroit. Detroit is pretty much locked up third place. They can't do any better than that. They're not going to catch the Red Sox or the Yankees. Milwaukee 8-64, and that is 7. The Tigers are 10-46, and that's 5. That'll be a win for Milwaukee. But the Tigers have a very big lead on the Indians on third. I even took the Indians off the standings. It doesn't matter there anymore. Seattle at Kansas City. Big game for the Royals, though. Seattle 7-24, and that is 2. Kansas City 12-62. That's 7. That's a win for the Royals. Texas and Minnesota. Rangers trying to stay with the White Sox for second. Texas a 13-22, and that is 3. Minnesota a 2-51, and that is also 3. Wow, we have extras between those two. Let's see. Texas rolled a 6. Their clutch is -2, so it's a 4. Minnesota rolled a 3. Their clutch is -1 is a 2, and that's going to be a win for the Rangers. Baltimore and the Yankees. The Red Sox are hoping the Yankees fall here. Baltimore, a 5.45. They will do it. A 5.45 is 5 runs. The Yankees, a 7.31, and that is 3 runs. And at this moment, the Red Sox have a 1-game lead in the AL East. White Sox at Oakland. White Sox are not, neither the White Sox or anybody else will catch the A's. The A's magic number is 2. If Oakland wins this game, they will clinch the American League West. White Sox 14-32, and that is 4. Oakland 11-55, and that is 6. That is a win for the Oakland Athletics. Congratulations! That race is over. The Oakland Athletics are your 1981 American League West champions. They clinched the division. Congratulations to the Oakland Athletics. Once again, they're in the playoffs and a chance to defend their 76th American League championship. And something tells me Oakland can be very tough. The Athletics have clinched the AL West. Congratulations to them. And that, I believe, and Oakland, that is the 3rd time they have won. That is the 2nd time they've won the division, and the 3rd time they are in the playoffs, including 76, 85, and 94. So congratulations to the Oakland Athletics. They are the AL West champions. Cincinnati and Atlanta. This is what they're waiting for. With the Dodgers losing, The Braves now have a chance to get within a game of them. Cincinnati has to win or they will fall 3 back. Big game here, big roll. Big roll. Here it comes. Cincinnati 13-56. And that is 7 runs. Atlanta a 7-64. That is also 7 runs. We got extras. We got extras. Cincinnati rolled a 2. Plus 4 is 6. The Braves, Atlanta rolled a 5. Their clutch is 0. The Reds will win this game and still stay 2 back of the Astros for third. It took extra innings, but they hold out. Philadelphia and the Cubs. Philadelphia, they are still a game and a half back of the Cardinals for the division. Philadelphia, 1956. Wow, that is going to be 8 runs. The Cubs are an 8-24, and that is 2 runs, and the Phillies will win the game. Mets and the Expos. Mets a 2-26, and that's 2. The Expos 13-23, and that is 3. And my Mets, as I said, just did not have a good year in 81. San Francisco and the Padres. San Francisco 3-14, that's 0. The Padres are 3-54, and that is 4. Holy cow, did the Giants just absolutely collapse. Pittsburgh and the Cardinals. Pittsburgh a 12-25, and that is 3. Cardinals an 11-14, and that is 1. And the Phillies will gain a game on the Cardinals. They're a half game back now. Now we move on to September 26th. Cleveland at Boston. Let's see, Cleveland 15-36, and that is 5 runs. Boston 20-22, and that's only 4 runs. The Red Sox will lose a tough game there. Toronto at California. Toronto 2-54, and that is 4. California a 16-32, and that is 4 as well. And we got a tie between those two. The game means more to the Angels. Toronto rolls a 1. Plus 1 is 2 clutch. California rolls a 2. Minus 3 is a -1. The Blue Jays are going to beat the Angels. Milwaukee at Detroit. Milwaukee a 9-12, and that is 0. Detroit 11-24, and that is 3. That'll be a win for the Tigers. Seattle at Kansas City. Seattle a 5-15, and that is 1. Kansas City a 3-11. Geez, that's 0. The Royals lose a tough one to the Mariners. Texas and Minnesota. That is right. Astros will play 2 more games than the Reds. That is correct. That's why I'm using percentages for that. There's not going to be any extra games or anything like that. This is a replay. I'm not adding extra games. Texas, a 14-31, and that is 4. Minnesota, a 6-63, and that's 6. The Twins will give the Rangers a tough loss. Baltimore and the Yankees. Can the Yankees retie the division? Baltimore 9-35, 3 runs. Yankees 10-24, 2 runs. No, the Yankees lose 2 games to Baltimore. White Sox at Oakland. White Sox 5-53, and that is 4. Oakland a 6-52, and that is also 4. The A's have already clinched the division no matter what here, but the White Sox, they've not clinched anything yet. White Sox roll a 1, minus 4 is -3. Oakland rolls a 3, plus 2 is 5, and the A's will beat the White Sox in that game. Cincinnati and Atlanta. Another big game here between the two, and we will have Cincinnati and Atlanta tomorrow night. Cincinnati, a big game here between the Reds and the Braves. Reds, a 10-56. That's going to be 6 runs. Atlanta, a 9-35. That's 3 runs. And the Reds win the game. Now, Dodgers and Astros. Can the Dodgers stay a full game ahead? Dodgers and Astros here. A big game here now for both these teams. Dodgers, here comes the roll. Dodgers, a 2-33, and that is 2. The Astros, a 7-64. That's 7. The Astros will stay 2 games ahead of the Reds. As Houston wins another game on the Dodgers. Mets and the Expos. Mets, 5-62. We should get a win with that. That's a 6. Montreal, 11-12, and that is 1. And my Mets will have a happy recap. San Francisco at San Diego. San Francisco, 5-55, and that is 5. The Padres, a 9-16, and that is a 2. And the Giants have just snapped. The Giants have just snapped. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The Giants just snapped an 11-game losing streak. And that pretty much ended the Giants' chance to make the playoffs. Pittsburgh and the Cardinals. This is an important game for the Birds. Important game for the Birds here. The Phillies did not play on this date. Pittsburgh, a 9-63, and that is 7. The Cardinals, a 17-22, and that is 3. And the Pirates will beat the Cardinals, and with that win, with that loss, the Phillies and Cardinals are now tied at the top of the National League East. Holy cow, what a 2 big days here on 10-Minute Ticker. That is your 10-Minute Ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. And tomorrow will be September 27th, the beginning of the final week of the regular season of 1981. We will now do only 1 game per 1 day. It will be the Cincinnati Reds taking on the Atlanta Braves. Tom Seaver pitches for the Reds, and Gaylord Perry pitches for the Braves. 2 awesome Hall of Fame pitchers, Seaver and Perry. You couldn't ask for a better matchup, I think, tomorrow night. That should be awesome. For you Astros fans, the Dodgers play Houston as well. Fernando Valenzuela goes up against Don Sutton in the 10-Minute Ticker. Cincinnati and Atlanta tomorrow night. That should be a blast before the Thanksgiving holiday as we now begin the final week of the regular season of 81. Steeler fan, Big Clue, baby. Bob B. Sean, 1113. The lovely Lena Young. Zalapsky Smurf. G. Puck. Ken Castro. Woodman, 564. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like. And Bleacher Bums Gaming, of course. And Jim Connell. Again, thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out through the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so. And make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night. It is the Astros giving the Dodgers the business tonight, 9-3. And the final week begins tomorrow. We'll see you then. Have a good night.